Good evening and welcome to the channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. China has started 2 days of military exercises around Taiwan, with its military calling them strong punishment for the self-ruled island's separatist acts. The drills come 3 days after the inauguration of President William Lai, who called on China to stop threatening the island and accept the existence of its democracy. China sees Taiwan as a breakaway province that will eventually be under Beijing's control, but the island sees itself as distinct. Taiwan's defense ministry condemned the Chinese drills as irrational provocation. At least 9 people have been killed, including a child, and about 50 have been injured after part of a stage collapsed at an election rally in Mexico's northern Nuevo Leon state. The incident occurred as centre-left presidential candidate Jorge Alvarez Maynez was delivering a speech in the city of San Pedro Garza Garcia. Mr. Maynez was uninjured in the collapse and was seen speaking to supporters following the incident. Several members of his team had been hurt. President Emmanuel Macron has described rioting in the French Pacific territory of New Caledonia as an unprecedented insurrection movement that no one saw coming. During a tour of police headquarters in the capital Nouméa on Thursday, he said the coming days and weeks would be difficult, but Paris would go until the end to restore calm. 6 people, including 2 police officers, have been killed and hundreds more wounded in the riots, looting and arson triggered by a controversial electoral reform. Rishi Sunak and Sir Keir Starmer are touring the UK on the first day of their campaign ahead of the general election that was called yesterday for the 4th of July. The Prime Minister says he decided to call an election because economic stability is returning. Labour leader Keir Starmer has been in Kent, where he says nothing will change if the Tories get another 5 years in charge.
Thank you for your questions, thank you for what you're doing, and hopefully I can get your support in a few weeks' time. All right? Bye, 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 bye.
This election is for you, because you now have the power, the chance to end the chaos, to turn the page, and to rebuild Britain.
Rishi Sunak in the pouring rain yesterday make his announcement, but being a July election is very different because I think it's the first time it's happened since the war, when my mum would have voted. So yeah, it's exciting times and it's going to be different.
It's quite surprising, I think. But actually, at the same time, with everything that's going on, Rishi's priorities, so like small boats, stopping illegal migration, I think before the summer he probably wants to make sure that there's not a huge wave of people over the summer, so to do it before August and the end of July is probably quite a good thing.
Hospital authorities say a 2-year-old child is among those receiving treatment in Bangkok after a Singapore Airlines flight from London hit severe turbulence. Giving an update on the conditions of the injured, the director of the hospital said 40 people remain in hospital, with half in intensive care, with the majority suffering spinal injuries. Singapore Airlines flight SQ321 from London to Singapore encountered severe turbulence on Tuesday, leading to the death of the 73-year-old British man Jeff Kitchen and injuring dozens of others. And the mother of a Ghanaian toddler, officially recognised as the world's youngest male painter, says she hopes he can take the art world by storm. Ace Liam Nanasam Ankara achieved the incredible feat aged just 1 year and 152 days old. Miss Egan said she first realised his talent when he was only 6 months old. Ace Liam was officially honoured with the title after 5 months of waiting for the Guinness World Records to ratify their record attempt.
My advice to people, most especially, is parents. Please encourage your kids. It doesn't necessarily have to be arts, but I realize that when your kid is artistic, it's like there's this fear in you where there's this stereotype that art, you cannot make a living out of art. There's a bit of truth in every statement, but at the same time, you can cultivate that habit. You know, art is very therapeutic. If your child is interested in science and art, let them explore both. Let them grow. Give them all the opportunities in the world. Help them to choose. Guide them. At the same time, those waiting for their results, the Guinness World Record, have patience.
And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the channel's studios in Lagos.